Well, thanks for checking out part 2 of the special behind the scenes with Carnage vs Andrade. It's the headlining bout in Xplosion 19 at the Gold Coast Entertainment Centre, Saturday 8th of August. It's going to be awesome. The last time Nathan fought someone from Holland was Tyrone Spong. We heard all about that yesterday, and flashing forward to today, Nathan picking me up and talking about food.
I've already worked it out. I'm going there next Tuesday. Pick my son up from school.
You going there next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday I pick my son up from school at 3 o'clock because he loves a meat pie, as you do when you're 7. And I'm going to Big Dad's. I'm getting a pie, sausage roll. I'm getting an apple turnover.
Make up for it all.
Oh yeah.
So what's been happening today? Like, you know, it's Friday, day before the fight.
Yeah, day before the fight. I had my son last night, so I dropped him at school this morning. And then I just wasted a few hours, went to the shops, bought my niece a birthday present. It's her birthday today. And then I had to go drop off a few tickets to a mate from Melbourne. Then I went home and tried to have a sleep. Wasting time, really. It's just time wasting.
And so, okay, the weight issues, I think, today, because right now we're going to the sauna, right?
Yeah.
So, what were you weighing last night?
Well, I woke up this morning and I was 92. So that's pretty good.
Is that okay?
That's pretty good. So I've got to be 90. I'm already 90.5 just from doing nothing, just, you know, bathroom a few times and just chilling. So luckily, I don't think it's going to be too hard to work. I've had to do 3 kilos in a sauna. Today I've only got to do 1.5 kilos because I've done it with diet.
And then what do? Do you weigh yourself there when you come out of the sauna?
I've got the scales in my bag. I measured them to the scales that we're weighing in on. So they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, so the weight issue would be resolved a little bit later, but for now it's time to catch up with the guys from Staunch Energy, one of Nathan's sponsors. Pretty cool seeing those guys there, and always fun to run into the lovely Amanda who works for them. There she is. And we're there to see Ed from Tranquility Car Wash. Ed plays a major part in Nathan's career. Always training with him, being at the fights and travelling. It's awesome to see these guys, with the guys from Staunch there as well, supporting Nathan, and Nathan spends a lot of time there at the car wash and cafe, so it was a good place to meet up because the sauna was right next door. So we met up there at the car wash with Frankie Georgie, who's also fighting on the big card. He had some weight to lose, so the guys headed next door to the steam rooms. It seemed like all the fighters had the same idea, and that's where we picked things up.
Let's check the weight.
So what are we hoping for?
Well, we're going to get to 90. So 91.3, which is 91.2 on their scale, so 1.2.
Yeah, so 1.2 kilos, and it's the first time I've seen someone just strip it off like that, apart from maybe a film scene or something with some jockeys from Farlap. But there you go, with the fighters spending any amount of time in there, it's killer because it's so hot, and as you can see with Nathan here, definitely working up a sweat.
I work because I'd rather the steam room than the sauna. It's a little bit more moisture, a bit of eucalyptus.
How long do you reckon it'd take to lose 1.5 kg?
Oh, probably only about, I'll check my weight now, but usually about 15 minutes in, out for 10, then another 10, out for 10, it should be done.
Yeah, so Nathan only had to check it a couple of times, just making sure with a quick sauna, and as you can see there, some of the guys wearing sweatsuits had to drop 2 and 3, maybe even 4 kilos, but there you go. This clip is definitely for the girls. Nath with the towel, and the final result.
Alright, so we're looking for a couple of 100 grams, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be right on because I'll lose it in the next hour. 90. That's what the weighing weight is. Yeah, 100 over. Smashed it.
So the Carnage, a pretty happy chappy, and one more shot for all the ladies out there that watch the web show. So mate, give us the rundown of how that session just went.
Too easy, mate. Too easy, bro. When you get closer to the destination, the journey gets easier.
Well, I had the camera in there for like 2 seconds and it just flared up. It must be hot as hell in there.
Oh, it's hot as hell, but you know, I was struggling yesterday, I was struggling this morning, but now that I'm only 45 minutes away, it's like, I forgot all about it. Pain's gone. It's easy.
Yeah, so a good day for Carnage, that's for sure, but for some of the other guys trying to drop a couple of kilos in one sitting in the sweatsuits, it was absolutely killing them. So we had to leave them there, including Frankie, and when we got in the car, an interesting conversation.
So you saw the clip I put online last night?
I did.
Didn't really like it, did you?
Didn't go down too well, you fucker.
What was that, mate? Tell us.
Oh, it just fired me up.
Fired you up.
Pissed me off a little bit.
So the reason I'm asking is because you've already had a chat to Pat McLeod from the Bulletin, so I'll be filming the article in the Bulletin tomorrow and said a few things.
Yeah, man, I said a few things. Like, you know, at first it really upset me. It started making me like.
So what upset you though was the fact that he kind of didn't give you. You felt he didn't give you any credit, right? Like he's like, oh, Nathan Corbett, nothing, not worried at all.
Yeah, like it's good. Obviously, he's a fighter and he's come here to win. That's what I could do when I go somewhere to fight, to win. But just the way that he just had no respect for me, thought that I didn't have anything, you know, nothing special, blah, 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 blah.
You'll find out tomorrow night.
Just pissed me off a bit, you know.
Yeah, oh well.
But they're arrogant. They're real cocky. You know, the Dutch fighters, they're always like that. They just carry some kind of arrogant aura about them. I can't speak for the nation, but I can speak for the few fighters I've met, and then, you know, they're not very, you know, they're not very polite. They're pretty cocky.
Well, I guess the old Aussie way is to show them in the ring.
That's it, you know. Get in the ring and just punch on.
Game on.
I don't have any, you know, room for being arrogant and cocky and trying to be someone I'm not, but that's just me. It doesn't mean that all my opponents aren't going to be like that. I mean, we're in a sport. At the end of the day, we're in a sport that, you know, is like devil's playground, so there's going to be some bad people in it, and there's going to be some good people too, so you just got to deal with it.
And I guess too, mate, from his point of view, knowing at your record and everything, and watching you on tape and seeing an elbow that could knock down an elephant, I mean, he's got to try some way to get under your skin.
Yeah, no, that's true, but I don't believe that he did it for that reason. I believe that he solely thinks that, you know, that he's so much better than me and that he's got what it takes to beat me, so, you know,
bring it on.
It pissed me off. I'm ready.
So the scene is definitely set for some fireworks tomorrow. Australia against Holland, the Carnage up against the Iron Lion, and all the media were there at the Hard Rock Cafe. Interest from even Chinese papers there. I've got no idea what it says, but there's a picture of the Carnage, and just before his weigh-in he got a chance to hang out with the boys and say hello before jumping on the scales to see what happens.
Main event tomorrow, Super Muay Thai rule, 5 round, 89.8 kilos. 89.8 kilos.
So everything's good to go. Both guys making the weight, and the Carnage there ready to rumble tomorrow night. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So it was fun to round things off with a quick chat, wrapping up his last couple of days.
It's good now the pressure's off with the weight. I can enjoy some food, and I'm still edgy as, but after the starving all day and then weighing in and just being around the fighters and getting the, you know, the food in the stomach and just like, ah.
So what happens? You like eat as much as you can now, or?
Yeah, but I've got to be sensible, you know. I've done going stupid, you know, because your taste goes overboard and you just want to eat everything, and then you end up just can't move. So I've got to be careful and just slowly let it go in, and then let it rest for a few hours, and then go and eat again later, and then just take it easy.
Like you said, you've done this 30-something times now. So do you think you have a good night's sleep tonight? Is it something? Does your brain settle down, or are you pretty much always on edge?
No, by tonight I'll be right. I'll be tired from just, you know, draining out all day and then having a good meal to sleep on. Like, it's been hard going to sleep when you're hungry all week, so having a nice full belly always helps you go to sleep. And then I really enjoy Saturday morning waking up hungry and going and having breakfast, because that's probably the most satisfying meal of the day. I just love. So look forward to the bacon and eggs that you know, we don't normally have. It's just been rolled oats and porridge and stuff, but, you know, so it's Saturday morning's nice coffee, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, so the adventure will continue tomorrow, the day of the fight, and then the fight itself between the Carnage, Nathan Corbett, the local world champion, against the challenger from Holland. It's going to be epic. If you haven't got your tickets, contact Rising Promotions or get along to the Gold Coast Entertainment Centre. It's going to be a ripper.